Hello. How are you? Good. So what did they what is it? How small was the picture? 7 issues?
And I just sent him a response. Not on my end.
Good, bad, different. Same numbers, probably.
Setting issue, obviously.
Not on my end.
Any readbacks, evidence?
Yeah. It's all.
No. It's like a solution for the thing coming out of this. It's really nasty static challenge. So now
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been wrong.
Right. The question was like, we find him not guilty of the duty, and then guilty of failing against medical attention after the duty. So one level of might be lawfully inconsistent, but at the same time extremes. Like there's someone there.
Someone's in pressure. Okay, so none of the LDs that you're working on?
Why? They just excuse me, 8.
Wednesday, came up to court, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a C doctor. Settles testimony. Looking for someone to say something. Right.
I know I was
can't see it. It doesn't come up on my phone. I need Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's up there in the
Council's ready? Councilors, can I speak with you for a moment? Thank you.
All right. March 17th, non-session. I'll reserve the line. Please, Lenny. Please have a seat.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Klaus, I believe we have a negotiation here for your client.
Yes, sir.
Can you please put on the record the negotiations?
Your Honor, pursuant to negotiations, Mr. Nowsch will be tendering a guilty plea to one count of second-degree murder with the use of a deadly weapon in this case. As part of these plea agreements, Mr. Nowsch will also be pleading guilty to one count of assault with a deadly weapon in case number C-15-306043-1. As part of these negotiations, the state has agreed to retain the right to argue at sentencing, but has agreed or will have no objection to current time between these two cases, both this current case and case number C-15-306043-1.
Is that correct, Mr. Stanton?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Nowsch, your attorney just set forth the negotiations. Do you wish to accept these?
I do.
All right, for the record, what is your true name?
Erich Nowsch, Jr.,
How old are you?
20,
How far did you go in school?
12th grade.
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, I do.
And sir, are you entering a guilty plea to the charge of murder in the second degree with use of a deadly weapon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before I can accept your plea of guilty, I must make sure it is freely and voluntarily given. Is anyone forcing you to plead guilty today?
No, sir.
Has anyone threatened, anyone closely associated with you in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Sir, do you understand that the sentencing range of the second-degree murder charge with use of a deadly weapon is as follows? The court must sentence you to imprisonment in the Nevada Department of Corrections for a period of term for life with the possibility of parole, with eligibility for parole beginning at 10 years, for a definite term of 25 years with eligibility for parole after 10 years, plus a consecutive term of 1 to 20 years for the use of the deadly weapons enhancement. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that sentencing is strictly up to the court? No one can promise you probation, leniency, or any special treatment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is one of the reasons you're pleading guilty to this charge is in truth and fact you are guilty of the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, I have a copy of the guilty plea agreement in front of me. Is this your signature on page 5 of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read and understand everything contained within the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you had any questions, were they answered by your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, based upon all the facts and circumstances of your case, are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, besides what has been stated here in court as far as the negotiations, have any other promises been made to you?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you, on or about the 12th day of February 2015, here in Clark County, State of Nevada, willfully, unlawfully, erroneously, and with malice aforethought, kill Tammy Myers, a human being, with use of a deadly weapon, to wit, a firearm?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me finish there. By firing a bullet at or into the body of said Tammy Myers, that you being responsible under one or more of the following principles of criminal liability. To wit, 1, by directly committing the act, and or 2, by you conspiring with Derrick Andrews with the specific intent that a killing occur, whereby each is vicariously liable for the reasonably foreseeable acts of the other made in furtherance of the conspiracy, and or 3, by you and Mr. Andrews aiding or abetting each other in the commission of the crime, by Derrick Andrews driving the defendant to 7925 Mount Shasta Circle, where the defendant fired a bullet at or into the body of Tammy Myers. That you and Mr. Andrews, acting as lookouts throughout, leaving the crime scene together, and encouraging one another through by actions and words, that you and Mr. Andrews acted in concert throughout, each with the intent to commit the murder. Did you do those things, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you entering your plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court so finds and set this matter for sentencing on the following day.
April 21st, 8:30 a.m.
All right, thank you, Ms. Clerk. And I have a guilty plea agreement from Mr. Andrews. Who's handling that?
Both of us are.
Okay. And what are the negotiations, Mr. Town Judge, Mr. Nelson?
So as pursuant to negotiations, he's going to enter a plea of guilty to voluntary manslaughter, as well as 1 count of accessory to commit murder. Both the state and the defense will retain the right to argue at sentencing.
Is that correct, Mr. Stanton?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Andrews, your attorney just set forth the negotiations. Do you wish to accept these?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, for the record, what is your true name?
Derrick David Andrews.
Now, if I could just interrupt for 1 second, Your Honor. He's been consistently charged in the pleadings related to this case with the wrong spelling of his name.
All
The
right.
spelling of his name correctly should be D-E-R-R-I-C-K as to his first name, Derrick.
Okay. He's, Derek, can you give him a microphone so it's picked up, please? I restate that, Mr. Township.
So just for purposes of the record, it's important to my client, his actual legal spelling of his name is D-E-R-R-I-C-K.
Any objection by the state to that change?
No, Your Honor.
The caption of the guilty plea agreement and the amended superseding indictment will be amended to reflect the correct spelling of the defendant's name.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right? How old are you, Mr. Andrews?
27, Your Honor.
How far did you go in school?
College.
Do you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, I do.
And sir, are you entering a guilty plea to count 1, voluntary manslaughter?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Are you entering a guilty plea to count 2, accessory to murder?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Before I can accept the pleas of guilty, I must make sure they're freely and voluntarily given. Has anyone does anyone force you to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened, anyone closely associated with you in order to get you to plead to these 2 charges?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, do you understand that the sentencing range of count 1, the voluntary manslaughter, that the court could sentence you to a maximum term of 10 years and a minimum term of 1 year in Nevada Department of Corrections, and you can also be fined for $10,000. You understand that, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You understand on count 2, the court can sentence you to a maximum term of 5 years, a minimum term of 1 year in Nevada Department of Corrections, and you can also be fined up to $10,000.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You understand that sentencing is strictly up to the court. No one can promise you probation, leniency, or special treatment.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Is one of the reasons you're pleading guilty to these 2 counts is in truth and fact you are guilty of both of these counts.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Sir, I have a copy of the guilty plea agreement in front of me. Is this your signature on page 5 of the agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Mr. Nelson, could you approach and have your client date the signature, please?
Yes, sir.
And sir, you just added the date March 4th for your signature, is that correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Did you read and understand everything contained within the guilty plea agreement?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
If you had any questions, were they answered by your attorneys?
Yes, they were, Your Honor.
Sir, based upon all the facts and circumstances of your case, are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Sir, besides what is identified in the guilty plea agreement and stated here in court, have your attorneys made any other promises to you regarding these negotiations?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Sir, did you honor about the 12th day of February 2015 here in Clark County, State of Nevada, and this references count 1, voluntary manslaughter? Did you willfully, unlawfully, feloniously, without malice and without deliberation, kill Tammy Myers, a human being, by firing a bullet at or into the body of said Tammy Myers, the defendant and Erich Nowsch being responsible under one or more of the following principles of criminal liability, to wit, 1, by directly committing the act, and or 2, by you and Mr. Nowsch conspiring with each other with the specific intent that a killing occurred, whereby each is vicariously liable for the reasonably foreseeable acts of the other made in furtherance of the conspiracy, and or 3, by you and Mr. Nowsch aiding or abetting each other in the commission of the crime by driving the said Mr. Nowsch to 7925 Mount Shasta Circle, where you or Mr. Nowsch fired a bullet at or into the body of Tammy Myers, that you and Mr. Nowsch, acting as lookouts throughout, leaving the crime scene together and encouraging one another through by actions and words, that you and Mr. Nowsch acted in concert throughout, each with the intent to commit murder. Did you do those things, sir?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, and I only drove him from the scene and out.
I'm sorry, you only...
I only drove him to the scene and out of the scene.
Okay. Now, you drove to the scene where the shooting took place,
Yes, Your Honor.
and after the shooting took place, you drove him away from the scene.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right?
For purposes of the record, I think he's acquiescing to the third theory of liability as an aid or abettor.
And you also acted as a lookout during this time frame, sir?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
All of part 3 or just some of part?
Court's indulgence,
Sir.
I admit that I was present and that I drove him to the scene and out of the scene, and that's significant enough.
Did you know a shooting had taken place?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And with that knowledge, you drove him away from the scene of the crime?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right. And sir, referencing count 2, accessory to murder, did you willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously, after the commission of a murder, a felony, harbor and/or conceal Mr. Nowsch with the intent that Mr. Nowsch might avoid or escape arrest, trial, conviction, and/or punishment, having knowledge that Mr. Nowsch had committed the murder and/or was liable to arrest therefore? Did you do those things, sir?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Are you entering your pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Court so finds, you set your matter for sentencing on the following day.
April 21st, 8:30 a.m.
And if either counsel, either state or defense counsel, if you're going to be filing a sentencing memorandum, please do so we can keep our sentencing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Stanley?
Nothing to state.
Mr. Klaus?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Nelson, Mr. Township?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Good afternoon. Thank you.
We were looking at time-wise for the case. We're going to sign off. Would you prefer me to do that now?
Actually, no, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Next week, next week is the first week after that.
Yeah, hold it right down there.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys good? You want that? Come on, gentlemen. Gentlemen, come up by.
Wilson, please.
Thank you.